Yo, what's up?
What's going on, buddy?
Nothing much. I literally just got out of class right now.
Nice. Good timing.
I know, right?
Just
So,
what's that?
what's up?
I'm just gonna do some chart analysis for whoever wants to hop on and they can take notes, they can mark up their charts as well. We can just chit chat a little bit, but just gonna do a little bit of this before I hop on a live trading session with Reza, and
Okay.
then we can go from there, man.
Okay. How long do you think the chart analysis will take? About like 30 minutes?
Yeah, the usual 30, 35, 40 minutes.
Okay, cool. Well, real quick, since I'm on my phone right now, I'm gonna go look for some Wi-Fi real quick, and then I'll get on real quick then in like 5 minutes.
Cool. Awesome, man.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
Peace out,
I'll
brother.
see you in a bit. Later, bro.
For sure.
What's up, guys?
Oh, shoot.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Doing swell, bro. Doing swell. What about you? What are you up
Good,
to?
good, good. Just not really doing much. Just chilling.
Awesome, man. Good to
Have you
hear.
guys started already?
Yeah, I'm just doing the Euro really quick.
Okay.
What I'm going to be doing is just basically dissecting the charts, just like how I do on the Sunday webinars.
Yeah.
How I'm just going to go through the U.S. dollar pairs and see, if we can expect anything from the London session tonight, or maybe even the Euro, or not the Euro, the U.S. session in the morning.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions after we break down the charts together, then you guys can definitely ask them on the call. Um, but I'm already recording this, so I can just post this into the Facebook page whenever we're done. So this
Definitely.
won't take too long, maybe like 30 or 40 minutes. Okay. So with the euro, I am expecting some more short plays because it has been pretty bearish for the past couple of days. And just like how I told you guys a couple of days ago, I don't know if you remember this or not, but on one of the calls, I remember telling you guys that I wouldn't really be surprised if the euro falls down a couple hundred pips by the end of the month. And so, due to that analysis, I do believe. Let me just change this up a little bit. I can add this here. Let's see how well that holds. Oh, geez. Yeah, well, it hasn't been this long in a while, so let's see here. Okay. Actually, a pretty nice horizontal right there. Right there. Now we're here. Let's check it again. Yeah, I do expect another drop. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be watching this bearish diagonal to make sure it holds. And we can short it either after it holds, so making sure it doesn't break above, or after it breaks below this horizontal at 108.48. Okay, so let me just write this down in my notes. If you guys have your trading journals with you, you can definitely take some notes. If you guys have any questions after every single chart that we analyze together, then definitely just unmute your mic and speak up. But let me just write this down real quick for the euro. Okay, is everybody ready? Can I move on to the pound? Okay, just gonna move over to there. All right. Okay, so this bearish diagonal here, it is from the 4-hour, no, it's from the daily. The daily bearish diagonal here is a very, very strong diagonal. It's a very strong trend line. So don't expect it to break above. And if it does, oh man, close out your sells if you have any and buy GBP like crazy. So this is a very strong bearish diagonal here. But the thing I'm more interested about is this guy right here. Okay, I like the wicks that can't break above here. I like this wick that can't break below. I like that there. So I'm going to leave it there. Okay. Let's see if I can find a horizontal here. I like that. Let's see if this is a strong one. Yeah, it's pretty strong. Let's see how this one is. I don't like this one as much. So I can just delete that one. Let's see how this is right here. Let me check the 15-minute on that. No, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Actually, you know what? I think I can move this up a little bit too. To about here. I like that. I like that. Okay. I don't see too much in GBP, but what I'm going to write down in my journal is following this bearish diagonal, and it's trading inside these two horizontals, the 153.87 and the 153.59, 58.59. And I'm just going to say wait for a breakout and play the setup. So if it decides to break high, we can look for a long play. It is pretty, there's not a lot of momentum with the bulls or the bears. It's pretty much going sideways. So we can play a long play, or we can play the short play if it breaks below this horizontal line, wait for the pullback, and we can play short. Just one thing to notice as well is that the 800 EMA is pretty much right at the bottom horizontal, so you want to take note of that too. So it's going to be a pretty strong horizontal to break through. So, okay, I'll just write that down in my notes. Okay. Is anybody not through taking notes or marking up their charts? Now we're going to move on to the JPY. All right. Moving on. Let's see here. Okay, I like this. The 4-hour JPY. So we're looking at the yen, and I've noticed that, and again, the 800 EMA, very strong moving average, is pretty close to the upper horizontal resistance line here. And not just that, but it's also at the high of the week, pretty much. So what we can do is this. Let me just analyze the 1-hour chart real quick. Yeah, okay, it's already dropping. So what we can do, it's going to be a pretty hard move to break through this horizontal and this 800 EMA. So if it looks like it's already dipping, and it does, in my opinion, it broke out of this channel here. It broke out of this channel here. So let me check the 15 minutes, see if there's a play that we can take right now. I'm looking to short JPY. Perfect. I'm looking to short JPY. Perfect. Right there. Boom. Let me write this down in my notes, guys. Intersection coming up. Horizontal 121.425 and a 15-minute bearish diagonal. Okay, let's write this down. And we are looking to short. And guys, after we're off this call, I am recording it, and so after I post it in the Facebook page, you guys can go back and you can pause, rewind, and mark up your charts while you guys are watching the recording, okay? So you guys won't miss a beat. But again, with JPY, we are looking for this to break below this horizontal. We're going to wait for it to pull back. It doesn't have to necessarily pull back all the way to the horizontal, but all we're looking for is failure, okay? So we do want to make sure the candle paints below and it doesn't break above this horizontal whenever it pulls back. And then we can short for, let's see how many pips this is. Okay, so for 25 pips as our first take profit, and cool, yeah, the mail's coming up too, so 25 pips is definitely a pretty good scalp for us, at least right now, this early in the night. Okay, CHF. Let's see. I like that there. Okay, so we do have a double top here. So in the H4, let me see one thing. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I like this setup.
That's a pretty trend line.
It is, right?
That is very pretty.
That is extremely pretty.
Yeah, I think it was Felix who called that that double top out earlier that I saw. It looks pretty too.
Yeah, that M looks just so good.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like McDonald's M.
That's my
We're going to start calling out fast food chains for signals and setups and forex. Hey, McDonald's coming up. CHF. McDonald's. Okay, so with CHF, guys. I like that there. Okay. What we can do is analyze a 15-minute because we are going to sell CHF. And we're going to sell it hard. I like it there. And I like it here. Okay, that's not the strongest trend line in the world. It's not the prettiest one. But, you know what? I'm just going to take that out because I really don't like it. Let's see what we can do, though. Okay, more than likely, it might come up a little bit more before it breaks below. So it might break up a little bit more. I don't want you guys to buy it if it does, but it might come up a little bit more before it breaks below. And we can either do one or two things. We can either scalp it, okay, for another 25 pips, or we can swing it. And if you guys swing it, if you guys are doing that November challenge, of course you want to do the 0.2 lot size. But if you guys swing it, then you guys can definitely hold it for a while, for 150 or so pips. I really don't know how long it's going to take for it to hit there. Then again, NFP is Friday morning, so we can get some pretty nice movement before the end of the week. See where this Mayo is. Okay, 67 pips. Okay. Yeah, I would just scalp this, just for an easy 25 pips. And what I would do is take my profits. I'll close out the trade, and then I'll look for another pullback, and then another short scalp. Okay. Just because those retracements can really hurt you whenever you're placing those really small scalps. You know, Ryan was saying how he was at one time like 35 pips or something, and a small retracement brought him back to break even, and it closed out his trade. And so I want to get you guys in a habit of start taking your profits. You know, big or small. If it's 10 pips, if it's 20 pips, 30 pips, whatever like that. Profits are profits, and you're never going to go broke taking profits. All right. NZD. So we have a bearish momentum. We have a bearish market. I'm already selling this. But let me see if I can make that a little bit prettier. Boom. Oops, I made this way too big. Okay. Right there. Okay. Obviously, we are looking for a short play, but this does have a chance to pull back up and retest this pretty strong 4-hour bearish trend here. Okay, so what I would do is I would just wait for the setup to take place. I might close out of this sell right now, but let's see what, because this is a strong 1-hour bearish. Okay, I like that. Boom, 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 right there. Let me check this horizontal here. Let me zoom out and check this horizontal 1 second. From mid-August. Okay, I'm checking this bottom one here, and I really like it. I really like it. Okay, so let's go back to the current price. Okay, so this is going to be the play. If NZD pulls up and breaks above this horizontal, that'll mean that it broke this bearish diagonal, and I want you guys to buy it. If it fails to break above, And I don't want you guys to buy it right away, okay? Because there's always can be a spike, okay? Just like for example, a spike would be something like this, okay? Where it breaks above, and the next candle shoots way back down. So we always want to wait for confirmation whenever we're going for a trade, whenever we're entering a trade. But if this does break above and it holds above, okay, then I definitely want you guys to buy it because it will go back and retrace to this daily or this 4-hour bearish diagonal, okay? But we're not going to hold it that long. If we do, oh, battery's running low. 1 second, guys. Okay, so if we do decide to buy it, and we can scalp it to around this area here. Okay, so this is going to be our first take profit area. If you guys are using your trailing stop EA, then you guys can definitely trade with that. If you aren't, then you can set up your take profit at the 66.33 mark. All right. Let me just write this down in my notes real quick. Oh, so that's going to be the play if it breaks above. If it doesn't, if it holds below this 1 hour bearish diagonal, then just short it, okay? Because looking from the past, if you miss that short, you're going to lose a big opportunity right away because it shorts right away after it holds. So I want you guys to short it and then, of course, close out, take your profits, and then we can short it again after it pulls back below this 65.74, 65.75. Horizontal. Okay. No time.
Mark, I got a question for the confirmation. Is it the 15-minute candle that you're talking about that's supposed to close, or is it the 1 hour? I'm always a little confused on what's the actual confirmation mean.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure either. Whenever I trade, I like to be a little bit more risky just because I have a little bit more experience, and I wait for the 15-minute candle.
Yeah.
So let's just say that NZD were to break above, okay? So I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, obviously. If it breaks above, what I would do is I would wait another 15-minute candle to make sure it has painted above, okay? Because if the 15-minute candle breaks below, then that means that it was just a possible spike. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
But if it breaks above and it holds above the next candle, then that means on the third candle, then I would enter. Okay. Something I like a little bit more is pullbacks. So let's just say that for the first example, what I was telling you, the 15-minute candle paints above, the second candle it paints further above, and then I will enter the third one. Right. So that's confirmation that it's going high.
Yeah.
Right?
So basically, after 30 minutes, which means that 2 of those 15 minutes are above already.
Yes.
Okay.
What I was telling you is I like the pullback method a little bit better, and what that is if it breaks above, and this can be in 1 candle, this can be in 3 or 5 or 10 candles, whatever. And it breaks above, and you see a pullback to where it's actually coming back down to. It looks like it's going to break below this horizontal, but it doesn't. It holds, and then what I do is I buy it at that pullback, because pullbacks are a great way to signify that, well, in this case, it's a long, right? So in this case, the bears have lost steam, and the bulls are going to take over. And so that's going to be the actual momentum play of, going long. Okay, the pullback was just it really isn't a false move. It's just a weaker move, right? So,
Yeah.
and the same thing with a short play too. If it decides to break below, I love to wait for a pullback. So it would pull back, it would come back, and again, that pullback can be 1 15-minute candle, it could be 1 hour candle, it could be 3 or 5 15-minute candles, it could be whatever. But it pulls back, and it, obviously paints below, it holds below the horizontal, and that's whenever I sell it. Okay?
Okay, sweet.
Two horizontals. 65.95. Yeah, but honestly, I would just say wait for the Forex Mastery course. I know it's been a heck of a long wait, but shoot, I am Super excited for that course to come out, man. All of our answers, plus answers to questions that we didn't even think of, are going to be on that thing. So it's going to be amazing. Okay, beautiful, beautiful trend line on daily. Okay, with odd, we're going to go long. With odd, we're going to go long. Yep. Let me just get to the 15-minute. Oh, yeah. Dang it. We kind of missed some already. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to go long. All right. I don't like that there. We're going to go long, so this is the play. Hopefully, we're going to hope in this play. We're going to hope it breaks this bearish or this bullish diagonal, and that's going to be considered the pullback, and then we're going to target higher. Okay, so this Nike symbol. We're going to wait for the pullback, and then we're going to buy it after it paints above the 71,339 horizontal handle, and we're going to target. Let's see what we're going to target. We can either target the blueberry, which is going to be around 25 pips up, or the Mayo, which is going to be pretty much near the 71,794 horizontal that I just painted, about 40 pips above. Okay, so if you guys are using the trailing stop EA, oh, deleted the horizontal. If you guys are using the trailing stop EA, then that'll work to your advantage as well. Okay. But yeah, right now, guys, I would not enter long right now, just because that is considered chasing a trade, even though it's only gone up about 10 pips or so. What could happen is this could just be a 10 pip scalp, right? So if you guys enter long here, this can pull back, and one of two things: it can hold, right, and you would only be in about a 10 pip drawback or a 50 pip drawback, and then it would pull back up. Not the best entry in the world. Or option number two, it could break out of this and just go for lower lows, right? So you would definitely be marrying your trade then, and you would lose a lot of money. So you never really want to chase trades. So if you enter a trade late, or sorry, if you are looking at a setup and you miss that setup, that's okay. Look for another setup and look for a good entry to take it. Okay. Let me write that down for odd. Odd, we're going to wait for the pullback, and we're going to go long. All right, is everybody good? So we can move on to the US dollar, Canadian dollar. All right, we are moving. USD CAD. What do we got here? Okay, do you see how instantly I found these two wicks just perfectly lining up, right? So this was, a pretty good opportunity. That's actually what I initially marked in the daily chart, right? But I only saw that it really wasn't that strong just because it was only penetrating in two different points, right? If I pull it down just a little bit more, these two candle wicks here filled perfectly at the line. And so that gives me a better perspective of this could have just been one daily candle spike, right? Just like this, boom, boom. I'll show you a better picture right there. Painted above and right away painted below, right? And these two wicks here painted just on the line. So that just comes with a little bit more practice of just analyzing the charts on your own time. You guys can analyze the charts during dead gap. That's what I used to do. You guys can analyze your charts, a little bit before London, a little bit before U.S. session if you guys want to wake up that early. It's really up to you guys. But the more that you guys practice on analyzing charts, I'm telling you, the faster you're going to get, and the better you're going to be at analyzing charts, right? So let's see if this is valid or not. Yeah, that's valid. I'll keep it there. Okay. So with CAD, okay, I remember CAD. So last night we were wanting to short the CAD, right? We were wanting to sell the Canadian dollar after it dropped below this horizontal here, and after it held below this bearish diagonal here, right? It didn't. It never went below this line. I think it was actually, oh my gosh, I think it was like around here or something like that. Yeah, perfectly. Okay, so it didn't. It broke above, and it just blew up out of the water, right? The reason why I was a little bit upset is because it broke above, and it pulled back a little bit here. You see this pullback here? Where we could have bought it. And, I mean, that was a nice run, 100 pip run. So I was a little disappointed I didn't wake up 30 minutes before I normally did, but that's okay because tonight we can short it again. Yes, tonight we can short it again. Well, we could pretty much play the setup. Even if it breaks long, we can go long, but I'd rather sell it. Okay, so this is going to be the play for tonight. Let me see how well that is. I like this horizontal a lot better. Okay, this is going to be the play. This is going to be the setup. So we have an intersection coming up, horizontal 131.462 with a 15-minute bearish diagonal. We're going to wait for that break below this horizontal, making sure that this has not failed, this has not broken, and we're going to short it. Okay? Just beware though, guys. Beware that there is another diagonal coming up in about 25 pips or so, and it does seem pretty strong. Whenever it breaks with conviction. So if there's some type of hesitant whenever it comes up here, like let's just say it falls down and it's kind of staggering a little bit, close out your trades, right? Take out your profits because it might do something like this where it holds for a little bit and it pulls way back up again. So if it breaks with conviction, right? That's going to be the play, guys. And again, this is going to be a very, very, very strong bearish diagonal here. So this is on a 4-hour bearish diagonal. If it breaks, guys, one or two things. It can be a spike, or it can be an actual break, right? So it could be a spike, it could be a false move, or it can actually be a break. In most cases, you can determine a break from an actual momentum change from the movement of the chart, right? So check this out, guys. So whenever this broke a couple of days ago, so at the end of October it broke, and in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in 8 one-hour candles, so in 8 hours it rose 23 pips. Okay, so that tells you that's not a very, very strong market movement, right? That's not a huge momentum. So that can just be a spike, right? So you're going to get a better picture the more trades that you take whenever spikes do occur, so you can get a better feel for them. But just in case, if this does actually hold at the horizontal and it breaks above this bearish diagonal, just be aware and see how the market movement is if it does break above this. Okay, if there's huge momentum, then that means there could have been, this could be the actual break, right? In which case we can go long. But USD Cal, just write this down in my notes. Intersection coming up 134 or 131.462. Possible sell in CAD. This is what I'm thinking. It's going to break below the 800 EMA. Pull back. And we can target the Mayo as long as we break through this bullish diagonal with conviction. Okay? Nuts. Okay. Last one, guys, gold. Ooh, I like gold. Okay, so we're going to short gold right away. Actually, you know what? This horizontal looks pretty strong. Okay. This is going to be really interesting to see. So this is actually the pullback here. Okay, this is another pullback here. Okay, so you guys see this after it broke this very strong bullish diagonal. Sorry, bullish. This is definitely bullish. Good job, Mark. As soon as it broke this bullish diagonal, it dropped a good, I want to say good 50 pips. Just a little bit off, 165. It dropped 165 pips, pulled back up to this horizontal, and it failed, right? It failed to break above. So we could have sold it here. Okay, if you guys missed this sell, we could have sold it here, which I think we did. Yeah, we did. And it dropped all the way down to this horizontal, 152 pips down. Okay, so it looks like it's going to do the same exact thing. What we can do is make sure it doesn't break above this line. Now this is going to be a pretty powerful line at 112.78. Okay, 112.78. This is going to be the horizontal to look for. If it breaks above, don't even think about selling, right? It's pretty much an invalid play, because if it breaks above this, and if it breaks above the previous low, the trade is invalid, right? So we're looking for lower lows and lower highs, right? So this low has to be lower than this low, this previous low, right? So we want this pullback to be somewhere around this area. After it holds, we can short it, okay? And so this is going to be a little bit tricky for the new guys, but hopefully you guys are demoing. Hopefully you guys aren't trading live. You guys can get a better feel for that. And also there's something here. Somewhere around here. Okay, this is going to be, it's going to come up. And it's just going to poof. It's just going to drop. Gold's just going to drop. Okay? Let me just look at it one more time. Let me just look at it one more time. It has been dropping for a while. This is the low of the month. Okay. Hasn't been this low forever. And guys, if it breaks below this low, we are going to be happy campers because it's going to drop. Okay, this was a very strong bullish diagonal here. It broke below here. That was just a spike. Shot way back up. It broke below here, but there wasn't a spike. This is actual market movement. Okay, so this is the actual drop. And this is pretty early in the drop still. We did catch this drop here, but this is going to be another pullback for another drop. So it's going to be a nice catch tonight in gold. Hopefully it's tonight. Maybe it might be tomorrow morning. But okay, that's it, guys. In about 10 minutes or so, I am going to be hopping on a live training session with the Bearded Brotherhood, and I can give you guys all the setups that we talked about there. But for now, guys, did you have any questions about the charts that we just analyzed?
No, I think I'm good, man. All good.
All right, guys. I'm going to post the recording in the Facebook page, so if you guys want to check that out, rewind it, mark up your chart so that you guys have the same charts as me. If you guys find out something that I might have messed up on, because that's completely possible, or if you guys found something that I didn't see, let's just talk in the Facebook chat room tonight. All right, guys. So stay active. Let's kill tonight.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, Mark. Quick question: how do you get the blueberry and the mayo on and the EMA on your on the chart?
Yeah, for sure. So you want to go to top left, insert. You go to indicators. You want to go to trend, and you want to go over to moving average.
Okay.
So I'll do it again. Insert, indicators, trend, moving average, and all you need to worry about is parameters. Just this page, not the levels. You don't have to worry about visualization. You want to only change the period and the style or the color. Okay, what I like to do is I like to make it just the second level thicker. Okay, because I think this one is just a little bit thin, so I change it to the second level thickness. And hopefully you've written this down, but if not, the mustard is 5, so it's 5 in yellow. It's 13 in red for the ketchup. It's 50 in aqua for the water, 200 in white for the mayo, and 800 in blue for the blueberry.
Okay.
Cool.
Perfect. If anything, I'll just rewatch this on the recording too.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You can just watch the recording. But all right, guys, thanks for hopping on. Appreciate it, guys.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, guys. Talk to y'all later.
Bye-bye.